The night began with an unusual quietness, the kind of stillness that often precedes something dramatic. Social media wasn't expecting anything major, yet by midnight, everything changed. Menglong suddenly became the center of an online storm after a cryptic message appeared on his account without warning. It was short, vague, and emotionally charged, almost like a whisper released into the darkness. Fans immediately sensed that something was wrong. Menglong rarely posted at such hours, especially content that carried a tone far more intense than his usual style. As people began sharing screenshots, the message started trending at lightning speed, raising countless theories. Some believed it hinted at personal frustration, while others speculated it was connected to a much bigger story. Meanwhile, the Hong Kong fire incident was still fresh in the minds of many. Reports were conflicting, and social media was filled with fear, confusion, and unanswered questions. Because of this atmosphere, any unexpected celebrity action was viewed through a more dramatic lens. For some, Menglong's midnight post felt like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Only minutes later, another unexpected twist emerged when Guo Junchen began his late-night livestream. At first, everything looked normal. He joked with viewers, responded to comments, and maintained his usual cheerful tone. But gradually, a shift occurred, so subtle at first that most viewers missed it. His gaze drifted off-screen several times, as though something or someone was distracting him. His responses slowed down, his expression tightened, and there were moments when he appeared to choose his words with extreme caution. Screen recordings of those moments quickly spread across platforms, each clip magnifying the sense of unease. Netizens started drawing connections that no one would have imagined a few hours earlier. They compared the timestamps of Menglong's midnight post and Guo Junchen's sudden shift in behavior. The overlap intrigued many, especially those already consumed by tension surrounding the Hong Kong fire. Then came the supposed leaks. 2 anonymous posts appeared online claiming insider information, and although neither had confirmation, both spread rapidly. The first alleged that someone in the entertainment industry reacted strongly to Menglong's late-night message. The second claimed that Guo Junchen received an urgent notification during his livestream, prompting his unusual reaction. As expected, the anonymity of the leaks only made them more appealing. The lack of detail allowed viewers to fill in the blanks with whatever narrative they believed. People began connecting dots that might not even exist, but in the world of online speculation, emotion often outweighs logic. Menglong's message, although deleted an hour later, continued to circulate through screenshots. The deletion added fuel to the fire. Why take it down if it was harmless? Was he pressured? Did he regret posting it? Or was it a deliberate move to create ambiguity? Every possibility was discussed endlessly. For Guo Junchen, the speculation was even more intense. Viewers pointed out how his smile faded slightly after checking his phone midstream. Others claimed his tone shifted whenever certain topics appeared in the chat. Fans with sharp eyes insisted they saw fear or concern hidden behind his polite expressions. By morning, both actors' names were everywhere. Social media threads broke down every second of the live stream, every word of the midnight post, and every rumor circulating around the Hong Kong incident. It was as if the entire internet had become a giant investigation team, each person constructing their own theory. Despite the chaos, no official statement came. Both actors remained silent, neither confirming nor denying anything. This silence created a vacuum that the public filled with even more speculation. Silence, after all, is the most powerful ingredient in building mystery. Some believed the two events, Menglong's post and Guo Junchen's livestream, were connected through something happening behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. Others argued they were reacting emotionally to the distressing news from Hong Kong. Meanwhile, a smaller group insisted everything was coincidence blown out of proportion. The more the public debated, the more dramatic the theories became. Some believed a hidden conflict was unfolding. Others thought the actors were responding to private issues. A few even suggested they were indirectly addressing each other. There was no evidence for any of it, but speculation doesn't need evidence to spread. Online forums turned the situation into a kind of digital detective game. People began analyzing time zones, message patterns, and even facial expressions. They created timelines, comparison charts, and speculation threads that grew so long they had to be divided into parts. Amid all this, the memory of the Hong Kong fire loomed heavily in the background. Many felt emotionally raw, and that emotional vulnerability fed into the dramatic interpretations. Whenever major news and celebrity behavior overlap, the internet becomes a breeding ground for intense narratives. Still, some voices tried to calm the situation. A few fans reminded others that celebrities are human and have the right to express emotions or react to stressful news. They argued that not everything needed to be tied to a broader conspiracy. But in a storm of excitement and speculation, these voices struggled to gain traction. As the hours passed, the mystery continued to grow. Menglong's deleted message lingered in people's minds, and Guo Junchen's hesitant glances replayed endlessly in fan edits across social media. The combination of cryptic emotion and unexplained behavior proved irresistible to viewers. The lack of clarity only strengthened the narrative. When audiences don't receive answers, they create their own. And once a theory gains momentum, it becomes nearly impossible to stop, especially when fear, curiosity, and anticipation are involved. More creators began discussing the situation, each offering their own interpretation. Some analyzed the psychology of the actors, others dissected the timeline, and a few focused on the alleged leaks. With every new discussion, the story expanded, becoming larger than the initial events themselves. The Hong Kong fire, which had shaken many, became an emotional backdrop that intensified reactions. In uncertain times, people naturally seek explanations, sometimes even in places where none exist. Menglong and Guo Junchen unexpectedly found themselves placed at the center of that search. By evening, the situation felt surreal. What started as a midnight post and an unusual live stream had evolved into one of the most debated online mysteries of the week. And despite dozens of theories, no one actually knew what the truth was. Fans continued waiting for updates, hoping either actor would break the silence. Some expected clarifications, while others feared that speaking out might deepen the confusion. But until anything official emerged, the unanswered questions remained suspended in the air. The internet, as always, thrived on the uncertainty. People returned to the posts, the clips, and the discussions, trying to find new meaning in every detail. A digital storm had formed, swirling with emotion, curiosity, and endless speculation. In the end, what happened that night may never be fully understood. But one thing was clear. The combination of a mysterious midnight post, a tense live stream, and rumors tied to a tragic event created a narrative that captured the imagination of millions. And as the story lingered online, it served as a reminder of how quickly a quiet night can transform into a whirlwind of questions that may never receive a definitive answer.